NDLEA dismantles major drug cartels in Lagos, busts other syndicates across the country. Nigerian Union of Pensioners appeals for increase in the national minimum pension to 60,000 naira. Nigeria at 65, National Gallery of Arts showcases timeless masterpieces celebrating resilience and cultural heritage. Hello and welcome to the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. We're reaching you live from Abuja. I am Comforts Fashim. Across the globe, a collective voice rises to honor the profession that is a very foundation of human and societal development. As stakeholders unite to push for unified strategies and structural reforms that encourage peer collaboration, shared expertise and mentorship. The World Teachers Observance eulogizes and calls to action to transform education from the roots. Zenret Dingmun reports.
They are the architects of the future, molding every sector of the nation, one student at a time. Little wonder the world stands still in celebration. This event focuses on setting benchmarks for professional freedom, excellence, and the right to participate in educational decision-making as required by international standards.
Initiated numerous policies to revitalize the teaching profession, including the National Teachers Policy, which ensures that teachers are professionally empowered and motivated.
But true transformation comes when teachers are supported, connected, and empowered when they thrive together, not apart.
Teaching as a collaborative profession also entails learning environment that fosters shared leadership, collective planning, and distributed responsibilities.
Awards were presented to the Best Teacher of the Year, Best Performing Schools, and Administrators, as well as teacher-friendly governors.
Because education is so serious, and you know that we have been having challenges over the years, and we need to put in so much resources, so much energy, so that we can be able to restore the noble profession.
Recasting teaching as a collaborative profession highlights the urgent need to shift the perception of teaching from an isolated classroom activity to a collaborative ecosystem. In Abuja, Zenret Dingmun, NTA News.
Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has been honored with a Golden Award of Excellence for Education and Teachers' Friendliness by the Nigerian Union of Teachers, NUT, during the 2025 World Teachers' Day celebration held at the Eagle Square, Abuja, on Sunday. According to the NUT, the award was in recognition of Governor Ododo's outstanding contributions to the welfare of teachers and the development of the education sector in Kogi State. The award was received on behalf of the governor by the Deputy Governor of Kogi State, Comrade Joel Salafo, amid cheers and applause from members of the Teachers Union who commended the governor's commitment to improving the teaching profession and education in the state. Zamfara State Government has settled more than 3.7 billion naira outstanding examination fees to WAEC and NECO for candidates of public schools in the state. The State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Malam Wadato Madawaki, stated this while giving an update on the recent release of all the withheld results by the two examination bodies. Jamilu Ibrahim tells us more.
taking decisive measures towards securing the release of 10-year withheld WAEC and NECO examinations for candidates of the public schools in Zamfara State is obviously one of the bold steps that followed the Governor Dauda Lawal's declaration of state of emergency on the state education sector in 2023. Zamfara State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Malam Mudato Madawaki, briefed journalists on the recent release of the last batch of the withheld NECO examination results of 2015, 2016, 2017 and 2018.
From the year 2015 up to the year 2023, examinations were written, results were released in other states, but not in Zamfara State. Therefore, the executive governor, based on the declaration of emergency, state of emergency on the sector, decided to ensure that this anomaly was corrected.
Madawaki says with this development, Governor Dauda Lawal has secured the release of all the withheld results with the payment of more than 3.7 billion naira outstanding fees to the two examination bodies.
And in line with the directive that he has given, these results are going to be given out to those candidates free of charge.
Malam Mudato Madawaki later presented the released NECO certificates and the broadsheets to the Director Examination of the Ministry for onward delivery to the schools across the state. In Gusau, Jamilu Ibrahim, NTA News.
Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have dismantled two major drug cartels in Lagos, uncovering cocaine concealed in stainless cups, body creams and hair gel containers. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim reports that NDLEA also carried out series of intelligence-led operations across the country, leading to a significant seizure and arrests.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has cracked down on drug cartels in Lagos, securing major victory against the criminal syndicate. In a series of operations that lasted 3 weeks, the operatives of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, intercepted 174 parcels of cocaine concealed in cocoa butter body cream. The cargo agent and mastermind of the shipment, who claimed to be a businessman and a state developer, were arrested. In a similar vein, NDLEA fueled 5 desperate attempts by another criminal syndicate to export cocaine consignment to the United Kingdom, seizing 2.10 kilograms of cocaine concealed in hair cream containers at the Lagos airport. A notorious drug dealer known as Sammy Bless, who was responsible for distributing illicit drugs in the Lekki and Ajah axis, was arrested. At the time of his arrest, 550 grams of Colorado packaged in retail plastic cups were recovered from him, along with 3 other suspects. In addition, a total of 27,700 pills of tramadol were seized from a 25-year-old suspect in Kwara State. Interdictions and arrests were also made in Ogun, Kano, and the Federal Capital Territory. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has expressed commitment of the Nigerian Army to deepen synergy with local communities in the fight against insecurity. He gave these commitments at the distribution of fertilizers to selected farmers across the 13 local government areas of Nasarawa State. Achigili Magaji tells us more.
The Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, represented by Brigadier General David Unwakonobi, Commander Sector 2 Operation White-Stroke, Lafia, said the distribution of the fertilizers to farmers across the 13 local government areas of the state is aimed at supporting smallholder farmers, boosting agricultural productivity, as well as strengthening local economies.
This initiative of the Chief of Army Staff will not only contribute to higher household incomes for farmers, but also reduces poverty and hunger, aligning with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, This ensures that farmers maximize benefits while protecting the environment from misuse.
He said the initiative is also expected to further cement the cordial relationship between the Nigerian Army and the local communities. The Chief of the Army Staff said agriculture remains the backbone of many communities, yet smallholder farmers often face challenges such as limited access to quality inputs, high cost and low productivity, hence the provision of the fertilizers through corporate social responsibility initiative to empower farmers to increase yields, improve soil fertilities and enhance overall quality of crops. Some of the beneficiaries appreciate the Chief of the Army Staff for the initiative and promise to use the fertilizers to improve their farm production.
Thank you for Nigeria Army where they help us more farm, and inshallah we go farm and we will carry the fertilizer go spray for farm, inshallah.
We appreciate the army, the Chief Army of Staff. So God will bless him for us.
Achigili Magaji, NTA News.
The Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, in Ogun State has flagged off a special road maintenance tagged Operation Safeguard the Roads, aimed at reducing road crashes along the highway. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, FEMA, Dr. Chukwuemeka Agbasi, says the exercise is geared towards enhancing visibility along major highways across the country. Hakim Jimo reports.
The nationwide Operation Safeguard the Roads activities being carried out by the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency, FEMA, is a routine maintenance work along major highways which involves the clearing of overgrown grasses to ensure visibility for a better driving experience. In Ogun State, the operation was flagged off at Ishaga, Ilaro, Owode, Adoduota, Ikoga Road by the FEMA state engineer on behalf of the MD-CEO of FEMA, Engineer Chukwuemeka Agbasi.
We have the verges of these roads have been taken over by bushes, and the purpose of the program is to clear all these bushes and to deseal the shoulder so that our driver can have safer experience whenever they are driving on the road.
The operation is in line with the Renewed Hope initiative of the federal government aimed at creating job opportunities and ensuring the security of lives and property.
At times, you see drivers experiencing fear of armed robbery attack on the road. By the end of this program, they will be free. They will be free to drive. So there won't be problem of security issues. It's going to reduce a lot of accidents on the road, thereby preventing loss of lives and properties. Also, we're engaging the youth. This one is under the Renew Hope agenda of Mr. President to make sure that youth are employed.
Motorists believe that the exercise is a right step in the right direction and commended FEMA for the initiative.
It's a very good idea. At least you are trying to safeguard all the people that are passing through this place. But at least if you can help us to clear this thing, it will expose the evildoers. At least be able to see them far ahead.
FEMA is expected to extend the operations to the 3 senatorial districts of Ogun State. From Joga-Orile in Abeokuta North local government area of Ogun State, Akim Jimo, NTA News.
This is the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. We take a break now. More stories when we return. Stay with us.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
This is NTA News 24.
In the spirit of this year's Pensioners' Day, the Nigerian Union of Pensioners is appealing to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to increase the national minimum pension to 60,000 naira instead of the recently approved 32,000 naira in appreciation of their long, active and selfless service to the nation. President Nigerian Union of Pensioners Godwin Abomese made the plea during a press conference marking the 2025 Pensioners' Day celebration in Abuja. The president, who returned unopposed, frowned at crises rocking some state councils, assuring to resolve them amicably, including the challenges of outstanding backlog of pensions and gratuities by some state governments.
Appeal to his government to urgently look into and address the following demands to further make life better for Nigeria pensioners. These include urgent inclusion of pensioners from the 7 defunct parastatals who were advertently excluded from benefiting the 32,000 pension increase. We appeal to Your Excellency to please direct the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission to issue a fresh circular to accommodate the following affected parastatals. In similar vein, I wish to remind our state governors and local government chairmen of their responsibilities for immediate implementation of the series of pension increases approved by the federal government in the past years.
Abomese commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for releasing billions of naira for the implementation of 32,000 naira pension increase, consequential adjustments. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, has applauded the Department of State Services, DSS, for the swift release of 2 detained journalists from J101.9 FM in Jos, Plateau State. Ruth Marcus and Keisha Jung were arrested after posting a video on social media capturing a confrontation between a cleric and security operatives during a funeral of the APC national chairman's late mother. Their detention sparked outrage among media professionals who condemned the incident as a direct assault on press freedom and the journalists' right to carry out their constitutional duties. The NUJ said such actions undermine democracy and called for greater respect for journalists in the line of duty. In a surprising yet welcome move, the DSS Director General Oluwatosin Ajayi intervened, ordered the journalist's immediate release and personally reached out to the NUJ to apologize. He also directed that DSS operatives must thoroughly investigate matters before effecting arrest, a shift the NUJ says signals a promising reform within the agency. While commending the DSS for taking responsibility, the NUJ called for institutional reforms, including holding erring officers accountable. The union pledged continued engagement with security agencies to protect press freedom while supporting national security, urging journalists nationwide to remain vigilant, courageous and professional. In the nation's capital, the Muslim Congress brought together scholars, leaders and youth for a highly anticipated lecture series, a day-long event that will traverse the capital to 7 other states across the country. The scholars delved into pressing national issues, including good governance, economic stability, and the role of Muslims in Nigeria's developments. Sheikh Muhammad Dati reports.
With the theme, The Nigerian State, Lessons from Contemporary History, the auditorium was packed, not just with faithful members, but with academics and concerned citizens, all drawn by the promise of intellectual engagement on Nigeria's critical challenges. The Muslim Congress annual lecture has long served as a key platform for setting a civic and moral agenda.
We have allowed the glamour of this world to becloud our thinking, to becloud our behavior, to becloud our actions, and there is no doubt this is a step in the wrong direction we have been taking. So I appeal to each and every one of us, every Muslim, to go back to the root, the Quran, and the Sunnah of the Holy Prophets.
From a Muslim perspective, this is an act of intibar, learning lessons and taking admonition. A Quranic imperative to travel through time and space and reflect on the outcomes of previous nations.
A core demand was the need for urgent security and economic sector reforms to restore public trust and ensure territorial integrity.
This theme calls us to a moment of sober reflection. It is a summons to look back at our journey, to reflect back at our journey, not just as a nation, but as a generation, to learn from the triumph and tribulations that have defined our recent past.
The Muslim Congress FCT annual lecture continues to demonstrate a commitment to engaging Nigeria's complex realities through the lens of faith and civic responsibility. In Abuja, Sho Muhammad Detti, NTA News.
You're watching the late evening news at 11 on NTA News 24. Here is a recap of our top stories. NDLEA dismantles major drug cartels in Lagos, busts other syndicates across the country. Nigerian Union of Pensioners appeals for increase in the national minimum pension to 60,000 naira. Nigeria at 65. National Gallery of Art showcases timeless masterpieces celebrating resilience and cultural heritage.
This is NTA News 24.
Moving on. As Nigeria celebrates her 65th anniversary, the National Gallery of Art hosted exhibitors at the Thought Pyramid Art Center in Abuja to a showcase of amazing and timeless artworks, many of which tells the story of resilience and the country's rich cultural heritage. Gufansha Jingwain reports.
This exhibition is more than just a display of art. It is a celebration of Nigeria's rich culture, identity, and the creative spirit that binds the nation together, featuring pieces that not only reflect the nation's journey, but also inspires a sense of unity and patriotism.
See, the theme is a canvas of identity, resilience, and renewed hope. This tells a story about the current state in Nigeria, how we are resilient as a people, and of course the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President that gives us, of course, renewed hope to dream bigger and have more creativity.
Over the years, Nigerian artists have been clamoring for the endowment funds that the government should institute it. The president has done that during the opening of the National Theatre, and he even went ahead to say that he's going to, be the first person to donate to that fund. And for me, it's a turnaround for Nigerian arts and artists.
I did pick this work is to advocate for togetherness among different cultures, specifically the Yoruba and Hausa culture. Along with that, I incorporated some slangs, the Japa syndrome, which I'm highly against it. I believe we should stay and develop our community together.
I'm always amazed by all this art from Nigeria. It's so diverse and it's so many gifted people, and it's really, really high quality. So I love to see it.
The exhibition shows our shared humanity and the greatness of the indomitable Nigerian spirit that is present and thriving across every culture. In Abuja, Gufan Shaji Ugwanyi, NTA News.
65 years since becoming a sovereign entity, Nigeria remains on the path of search for a structure that works best in the strive for national growth and development. The stakeholders at Northeast Zonal Symposium on Nigeria's Way Forward, held in Gombe, are advocating for an inclusive dialogue as a pathway for unity, national integration, peaceful coexistence, and sustainable development. Joseph Zana reports.
Gombe State played host to Northeast Edition and 4th Symposia on advocacy for restructuring Nigeria, following a similar event held in Ibadan, Kaduna, and Enugu, organized by the Rebirth Group. The symposia graced by political office holders, scholars, policymakers, civil society organizations, youth groups, traditional leaders, and ethnic nationalities from the Northeast provided a platform for high-level engagement on restructuring as panacea to building a just and prosperous federation.
So what we are asking the Northeast indigents, people who know that they have a stake in peace and progress of this country, is can we move together, please? Can we gather ourselves together and ask, what do you want an Igbo man to do so that you can become friends? What do you want a Yoruba man to do so that you can become friends?
Presentations on the pathway to national integration, peaceful coexistence and sustainable development, and inclusivity as essential tools for promoting unity and development were a central focus at the round table.
The truth of the matter is that restructuring is a healer. It's the basis on which we can come together and agree and be able to forge ahead as a people. We have what it takes to do it.
For us to develop, we need to have carry everyone along, both the youth, the women, the people with disability, and all segment of the society should be carried along so that we can achieve the target.
Participants called for continuous and more inclusive dialogue as ways of correcting misconceptions around issues concerning the quest for the restructuring of Nigeria's political governance. In Gombe, Joseph Zanagambo, NTA News.
That is it on the news. Thank you for staying with us. I am Comfort Fashion.